in all, a decent day for the markets, what we can call it, as we head towards the new year as well as the weekend. The markets are in a bit of wait and watch mood, and along with that, with respect to the broader end of the market, they are trading absolutely flat, while even sensex is down almost 300 odd points. Nifty mid cap 100 on your screens is still holding that shade of green as of now, and even the breadth of the market is quite decent, and along with that is the metal basket that continue to shine bright, and a bit of a pressure on the IT pack is something that we are getting to see. But let's get started with all the stocks that are in focus right now, Kanishka.
Absolutely. So let's get started with all the stocks that are buzzing in trade today. And on the technicals today, we are joined by Akshay Bhagwat, Senior Vice President, Derivatives Research at JM Financial. Hi, Akshay. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. Well, let's get started with all the stocks then. And the first stock on our list is Castrol India. Now, this one is in focus yet again. Of course, the announcement came on Wednesday, but the stock continues to hold out well in trade today. This is after the major parent-level transaction that's involving its global business. Now, BP has announced the sale of a majority controlling stake in Castrol Global to Stonepeak. That's at an enterprise value of about $10 billion. Now, alongside Stonepeak Canada Pension Plan Investment Board, that will also invest up to $1.05 billion. Meanwhile, BP, that retains around a 35% minority stake, and that's ensuring continuity and brand linkage. Now, remember, importantly, this deal is at the global parent level, and there are no immediate operational impacts that we could see on Castrol India, the Indian arm that continues as listed and cash-generating entity with unchanged day-to-day operations. So, yes, it's a big deal coming in, but back home in India, there's likely going to be limited impact, but the market definitely seems to be excited that the other day on Wednesday, we saw nearly 7% of gains coming for the company, and now it's trading about more than 2% higher right now.
So that's about Castrol India. But Akshay, hi, very good afternoon, and let's talk about your first counter technical front.
Good afternoon and season's greetings to both. See, Dixon Tech, what my understanding is IT has seen a good run-up lately, and Dixon Tech is one stock which did show some strong recovery from the levels of 12,000. 12,000 is a very important support on the weekly and the monthly longer-term charts, and the way the prices are playing out, I think it's building a case for a second rebound once it nears the level of 12,000. So one can consider a buy and a hold strategy. I'm expecting a rebound from 12,200 odd levels in Dixon Tech, which can again see the stock moving for levels of 14,000.
All right, that's the take coming in on Dixon Tech, 14,000 maybe on the cards as per Akshay. But let's move forward and let's talk about one of the other stocks, and that is Midwest. That is in focus on the back of Motilal Oswal initiation on this particular stock, where they have initiated the coverage with a buy rating and target price is 2,000 rupees coming in for this particular counter. What they are highlighting is that this company is one of the leading players in the black granite market. Steady growth in granite is something that they are penciling in to be led by market demand and a stronger resource base. Along with that, the diversification into quartz and beach sands could be the next growth engines for Midwest is something that they are highlighting. Improving efficiency and sustainable to generate a strong operating cash flow is something that they are penciling in, and even the company is compelling play on India's expanding footprint in advanced materials and critical minerals. So that's the news flow coming in on Midwest. The stock is still holding on to the gains of more than 2% as we speak right now.
All right, so that's Midwest for you, but let's move on and get you the top Nifty gainer of the day, and that is Titan. That's up more than 2% despite that negative day of trade that we are seeing. Now, this comes after the company has announced its entry into lab-grown diamond segment with the launch of a new brand, Beyond, from the house of Titan. Now, the company will open its first exclusive Beyond store in Mumbai on December 29th, 2025. That is this week itself. Now, that marks a new chapter beyond its core jewelry and watch businesses. The Beyond brand is positioned as a women's lifestyle adornment platform, extending beyond watches into categories like jewelries, perfumes, saris, and also handbags, alongside lab-grown diamond jewelry as the initial focus. Titan also plans to add more stores in Mumbai and Delhi in the near term. And on the back of this foray into lab-grown diamonds, the stock is up more than 2%. It's the top Nifty gainer of the day. But we also have the management commentary coming in on Titan. Now, are lab-grown diamonds really overtaking Earth's diamonds in a big way? That's the big question coming up with the emerging demand and popularity of lab-grown diamonds. My colleague Aisha got in touch with Titan's Ajoy Chawla to understand more about the same. Let's take a look.
I'd like to clarify. I don't think anything has overtaken natural diamonds. I mean, lab-grown have emerged as an option. It is still very early days.
It is early days, but you
It's
see
not
that
really-
around you, at least in urban centers, the preference, affordability, and the fact that it looks the same, no one can...
59 crores from NTPC Renewable Energy Limited for an EPC work. Now, the balance of the system for a 100 megawatt of AC solar project at their Uttar Pradesh plant is something that this company got an order for. And yes, of course, the stock is also excited, holding on to the gains of almost 4% as we speak right now.
All right, so that's Vikran Engineering for you. Many order wins coming for the company in the past few days, and hence the stock is trading up as well yet again. But now let's also talk about defense counters, which are continuing to buzz in trade today, and that's BEL and BDL. The likes of all of these are buzzing in trade today. This is coming on the back of fresh procurement queues. Now, according to sources who have told ET now that the Defense Acquisition Council meeting has been postponed to next week, where approvals worth nearly 80,000 crore are likely. The DAC, chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, is expected to clear several big-ticket defence deals. The focus is on strengthening India's air defence and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. Now, on the agenda are projects like Embraer-based airborne early warning system with Netra AEW integration and the procurement of long-endurance drones as well. Now, with BEL and BDL being key players in these segments, the market is factoring in a potential large order wins, keeping both of these stocks in focus. If you talk about Bharat Dynamics, it's trading up about 0.7%. BEL, that has given up the gains that it saw early in the morning when the meeting was expected today, but the now meeting has been postponed. We are seeing a little bit of negative trend as far as BEL is concerned. And yes, defense stocks yet again continue to be in focus.
All right, that's about the defense counters. But coming to you, Akshay, for the next counter, and that is Indus Towers. Off late, the stock is showing some bit of a momentum. Help us understand what are the targets and the levels that you are looking out for.
So Indus Tower has a strong technical uptrend, and if you look at the price action in the last 4 to 5 weeks, there has been a gradual up move which we have been noting since the levels of 400. In fact, in the prior trading sessions, we did see a strong price volume breach of 415. That's a positive sign. And there's an immediate hurdle of 430, which I feel the stock should overcome soon and head for upside targets till 460. So with a support of 410, you can keep targets of 460 in Indus Tower buy trade.
460 could be the next target for Indus Towers. Let's watch out for that. But another counter within the infra space, that is Dilip Buildcon, that is in focus today on the back of a positive news flow, as the company has said that they have got an LOA for EPC project worth 3,400 crores from Adani Road Transport. Now, this EPC project is for the construction of Ganga Path connecting Sultanganj and Bhagalpur, as well as Sabor Road. And on the back of this news flow, this stock is in focus today. As of now, the stock is excited and holding on to the gains of more than 3% as we speak right now. And yes, when the news came, we have already seen a bit of a sharp spike up coming in on this particular stock.
All right, so that's a sharp spike up in, Dilip Buildcon up more than 3% right now. But moving on to the next counter, Akshay, you picked out NTPC for us. Today, it's trading in the green up about 0.6%. But if we look at the trend for the full year 2025, very, muted trend, down more than 3% on a year-to-date basis. So nearly 3% on a year-to-date basis. But from here on, do you see a turnaround story coming in?
If you look at the price action, it's a muted 2025 for NTPC, but I believe with the budget in February 2nd, there will be talks on power, and the speculation is slowly building up in power-related stocks. If you look at Power Grid, NTPC, Coal India, these are power-related stocks. The momentum is slowly catching up, and with the stock recovering from its base of 315, 320 zone, it gives you a good risk-reward potential if you buy it at the current rates. I'm expecting rough targets still around 350 to 360 on NTPC. It's very significantly placed on the support zone and is setting up for a good bounce back in the month of January.
All right, that's the take coming in on NTPC. Let's watch out for that. But with this, let's move on and put the spotlight on the aviation sector, because interesting development over there as two new airlines for India, where the government has given the initial nod to start the operation, and that's the Civil Aviation Ministry that has granted no objection certificates or NOCs to two new airlines, that is AI Hind and Fly Express. So that's the big news flow that we are getting to see on the aviation space. Let me take it across to my colleague Charu, who is here with more details.
As per a recent social media post made by the aviation minister of the country, Al Hind Air, which is owned by a Kerala-based group, has gotten a no objection certificate from the government. Now, this is an approval that has been granted only for initial approval cycles. Several other licenses still need to be acquired by the airline. Now, airline is going to focus on the southern regions and is going to be Kerala-based. It is a company that has been operating in the tour and travel management arena for the last 3 decades. However, it now wishes to enter into the aviation space and give customers more of a choice to fly in the southern regions. Now, it is going to enter the landscape with 3 ATR 72-600 turbo planes. Apart from this, 2 other airlines that are set to join the regional fleet of the country include Shankh Air, that is a Uttar Pradesh based airline, and other than that there is Fly Express. The website of